Huh? Huh? Huh?
Hey now, and welcome down to KC Toy Reviews. This is going to be a very quick side-by-side comparison of the Daftoys on the left Joker Bank Robber version and the Hot Toys Joker Bank Robber version on the right. Not a huge difference between the two other than I don't know, I could be crazy when I say this, 5 to maybe 7 year gap on the two. But as always, let's go ahead and dive right into the differences between the two. Alright, so I don't think I'm necessarily putting up this video to sway you one way or the other at this point because of the huge gap in age between the two. I don't think it's necessarily fair to compare, but maybe point out the differences between the two. I still, believe it or not, do prefer the Hot Toys quality over the Daftoys. Maybe not necessarily the undershirt. They did a really good job with the undershirt on the Daftoys quality versus the Hot Toys. But the suit quality definitely far superior on the Hot Toys versus the Daftoys. Now, it might be hard to see on film, and the best way to describe it is the suit quality of the Daftoys. It's not horrible by any means, but it's kind of like frizzy. If you zoomed into the fine details of the edges, you'd see kind of like a little frizzy, fray, I don't know, best way to put it, textury look to it. Versus the Hot Toys, which has a very high quality coat fabric, very smooth on top of that as well. So just to note that the coat fabrics between the two are vastly different. Again, texture, very smooth. No texture. So big difference between the two coat fabrics there. Even in the tone, you can notice that there is a slight difference in the gray tone. I myself am not huge and very anal on the the details of the accuracy of the movie. I know there's some people out there that are so crazy that right now they'll be looking at like this. They're like, hey, during that scene, his coat wasn't tucked up to his ankle, or his wrist. It wouldn't be exposed like that during the scene. It's like, Jesus Christ. I mean, get a goddamn day job. I'm not necessarily that hyper-focused on the details, so off the top of my head, I would say that The Dark Knight was one of my favorite movies. Not only my favorite movie, one of the best superhero movies of all time. And I'm not sure if I could tell you what the difference in gray tone, which one was more accurate. They both look really good to me. I just prefer the smoothness / less textury, frizzy look of the Daftoys. That's all. I'm not even saying that this is bad. It's just pure preference at that point. So as we can see here, there is a significant difference in quality between the two head sculpts. Obviously, the Hot Toys looks fantastic. It's not a knock on that, but man, I think that there's just a little bit more detail and depth, realism to the Daftoys version head sculpt. Dare I say, if this thing were on eBay or just the market itself, it could be shy of $100 just for this head sculpt. Camera's not picking it up, but it has a little bit of a glisten and realism to the eyes as well. So they just did I guess you can kind of see it there. They did a really good job even on the eyes. The Hot Toys doesn't necessarily have that, but for 5 to 7 years ago, for them to even be close in quality, kudos to Hot Toys. Obviously, Daftoys has had the time to evolve, make this a little bit better. It has the blueprints literally off this guy to kind of work off of and make a little bit better. So it makes sense that this one's a little bit better. But out of the two head sculpts, as I mentioned, Daftoys definitely is the winner of the two. All right, so we are not going to pinpoint as one superior versus the other. There is no clear winner in this battle because both of them are high quality. Both of them are fantastic representations of the bank robber Joker from arguably one of the best movies of all time, Batman: The Dark Knight. Now, Daftoys, Hot Toys. We have some differences between the two, as I've pointed out. However, I don't think that one is a clear winner over the other. We have a huge age gap between the two, which makes me say, how could you really stack these guys up, apples to apples, and have one come out as the clear winner? But the interesting part of that statement is, as this guy is as old as he is, he still holds up to the Daftoys version. The nice part about the Daftoys version is that I can have him displayed with this mask, and I can have the Hot Toys displayed with this mask. I don't necessarily need to fit on the mask that came with it. The Hot Toys one just has the one that he holds in his hand, just like the beginning of the movie where he's standing out in the corner. The really crazy part, and I think what really drew me to the Daftoys one, is that it came with a head sculpt that has the clown mask sculpted into it. I don't need to craft it and pull it around here with a little strap. I can actually put it right on the peg, and it sits beautifully. So, no clear winner. Happy to have them both on my shelf. Daftoys did a great job. Hot Toys did a great job. I really just wanted to showcase and show the difference between the two, in case you're torn, in case you just might want to see the difference between the way they look. It really boils down to the tones, maybe some different colors in the shirts, as you can see here. But again, as a big fan of the movie, I'm not sure off the top of my head right now that I could say this shirt or that shirt is accurate. I'm sure that the Daftoys one is probably more accurate because it's newer, but I could be wrong. It's a third party. Maybe they did it a little bit different so they didn't get in trouble, and this is more accurate. But they both look fantastic. They both have great quality. And in the end, quality is what matters most. Both of these have fantastic quality, and I can't suggest one more than the other. They're both amazing. Get them both. Get them both on the shelves. Hot Toys, Daftoys, Joker, Bank Robber. The Dark Knight. Casey Toys signing off. See everybody later. Hey.
Huh?